Okay, you're here because you want the key info fast. So let's get right to it. There's some big news potentially brewing in the world of online search.
That's right. A report from TextCall suggests OpenAI, the ChatGPT folks might be building an AI search engine, one that's integrated right into ChatGPT.
Exactly. So our mission today is pretty clear. Figure out what this actually means.
Yeah.
What are the big implications here?
Well, the ambition is really striking. It's not just a small tweak. They seem to be aiming for a totally different kind of search experience. TextCall outlines it as blending that natural language feel.
Like ChatGPT has now.
Right, but combining it with real-time web searching. So you ask a question, maybe a complex one, and you get a conversational answer. But, and this is key, it supposedly cites its sources.
Okay, that citation part, that feels really important, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Let's unpack that a bit. A big worry with these AI models has always been, where's this info coming from?
Exactly, the black box problem.
So this feature, if it's real, seems designed to tackle that head on. Gives you a way to check, to dig deeper. How big a deal is that?
Oh, potentially massive, especially when you think about, well, information credibility online generally. It's a step away from just blindly trusting the AI output. It offers a path to building trust, right? And maybe encourages people to actually engage more with the sources.
Yeah, it promotes that verification step.
And it's proactive about sourcing, which stands out.
Okay, but this immediately makes you think of Google.
Yeah.
The elephant in the digital room. Text Collie basically asks, is this the start of a new search war? It really feels like a direct challenge.
It certainly looks like it could position OpenAI as a real competitor, offering a completely different way to search.
Different how exactly?
Well, think about it. Instead of getting pages of blue links you have to sift through,
Yeah.
you'd be having more of a direct conversation to get your answer, which is, fundamentally different.
Hmm. So the question then becomes, will people actually use it that way? Will that conversational style, that maybe more immediate answer, pull people away from their Google habits?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How quickly will users adapt, if they adapt? Established habits are hard to break.
And what about the people creating this stuff online? Websites, developers. Text Collie doesn't detail this much, but you'd have to think a conversational AI search would look for and present information differently than Google does now.
That's a really crucial point to consider. It could cause some serious ripple effects. If we look at the big picture, how information gets found. Yeah, this might force new ways of creating content, maybe focusing more on clear, direct answers within the content itself.
Making it easier for an AI to digest and synthesize.
Potentially, yes. It definitely raises questions about like the future of SEO, content strategy, all of that.
So pulling together what Text Collie is suggesting,
Mm.
we could be looking at a future where finding info is less like browsing library shelves.
And more like having a chat with a very knowledgeable assistant who actually shows their work.
Right, with footnotes.
Yeah.
And the big question hanging over it all, the one the report leaves us mulling, is this really the beginning of a major search rivalry?
Could be. Ultimately, the real impact lands on you, the listener, right? How you end up finding things online. But here's something to think about. Forget just the mechanics for a second. How might this kind of seamless conversational AI search change what you even expect when you look for information? Not just how you search, but your whole expectation of discovery and understanding itself.